The Grand Canyon might be hiding ancient secrets and mysterious discoveries that could rewrite history as we know it. Imagine a drone capturing something so shocking that it leads to the shutdown of one of America's most iconic landmarks. Are there ancient Egyptian artifacts buried deep within the canyon's depths? Did an entire civilization once thrive there, leaving behind mummies, hieroglyphs, and advanced technology? And what about the strange creatures, cursed objects, and mysterious gods that locals believe inhabit the canyon? Could the Grand Canyon be more than just a natural wonder, hiding stories that blur the lines between myth and reality? Well, to know this, all you have to do is stay tuned till the end. The Grand Canyon, located deep in the heart of Arizona, is one of the greatest natural wonders of the world. This massive feature, with its colorful landscape and distinct ecosystems, draws in millions of visitors every year. The canyon is 277 miles long, up to 18 miles wide in some places, and a mile deep in others. Sunrises and sunsets here are magical, with shadows and light creating a mesmerizing palette of red, orange, and purple hues. The Colorado River runs through the canyon, carving and shaping the landscape for millions of years. Visitors to the canyon are often left breathless by the view and fascinated by the historical and cultural treasures hidden there. The site has a long history stretching back thousands of years, evident in the petroglyphs, artifacts, and dwelling ruins found throughout the area. These remnants tell the story of indigenous people who lived in harmony with their rugged environment, influencing their way of life and religious practices. The Grand Canyon is far older than you might imagine. The oldest rocks at the base, called the Vishnu Basement Rocks, formed more than 1.7 billion years ago due to volcanic activity. Recognizing the Grand Canyon's beauty and significance, President Theodore Roosevelt worked hard to protect it. He became a huge admirer after visiting in 1903, saying every American should see it at least once. His support led to the Grand Canyon being designated a federal game reserve 3 years later. In 1919, it was officially recognized as one of the first national parks in the U.S. However, the Grand Canyon is also steeped in mystery, keeping scholars, researchers, and enthusiasts busy as they try to uncover the truth. One of the most intriguing claims is that ancient Egyptian artifacts and an entire underground city are hidden within the canyon's depths. In the spring of 1909, two explorers, G.E. Kincaid and S.A. Jordan, made a shocking discovery deep inside the Grand Canyon. They found an entrance above the Colorado River that led to a network of dark passages and secret rooms filled with artifacts, tools, weapons, and even giant mummies, all of which seemed to have links to ancient Egypt. The Smithsonian Institution, where Kincaid and Jordan sent their findings, has denied the existence of this expedition, which has only fueled more speculation and intrigue. Why would the Smithsonian want to hide such a discovery? Some believe it could be to protect historical narratives or avoid upsetting Native American tribes. Others think it could prevent international disputes or challenges to national sovereignty. Despite the alleged cover-up, modern technology offers new ways to explore these mysteries. Satellite imagery, ground-penetrating radar, and LiDAR can help scientists uncover hidden features without disturbing the site. But with strict government control over access to the Grand Canyon, it remains to be seen if we will ever get definitive answers. One of the most intriguing claims is that ancient Egyptian artifacts and a complete underground city are hidden within the canyon. This story began in 1909 when two explorers, G.E. Kincaid and S.A. Jordan, made a shocking discovery deep inside the Grand Canyon that seemed more like fantasy than reality. This discovery has led to numerous cover-ups and continues to spark curiosity today. G.E. Kincaid was an experienced explorer who grew up in the wilds of Idaho, where he developed a passion for uncovering the unknown. He spent over 3 decades exploring the Wild West under the guidance of S.A. Jordan, a seasoned archaeologist with a keen interest in unearthing hidden secrets. It was a difficult climb to reach the entrance, but their determination paid off. The entrance itself showed signs of ancient craftsmanship, hinting at the secrets hidden within. Beyond the entrance lay a network of dark passages that stretched far into the canyon. As they ventured deeper, the air grew colder, and the passages narrowed, but they pressed on. Inside, they discovered rooms filled with artifacts that historians had never seen before. They found tools and weapons covered in dust, evidence of sophisticated technology far beyond what they expected. They also stumbled upon copper implements, suggesting the people who made them had advanced skills. The most surprising find was the giant mummies. Kincaid and Jordan reported that these mummies were over 1,600 meters underground. They estimated the mummies stood over 8 feet tall, wearing dark linen garments decorated with precious metal dust. The level of preservation was astonishing due to the dryness of the underground chambers. As they explored further, they were amazed by the engineering skills of the builders. The rooms and halls were carved with incredible precision, and the walls were decorated with murals depicting scenes of daily life and religious ceremonies from ancient times. This discovery raised many questions. Who built this hidden city? How did it remain hidden for so long? And how did artifacts from Egypt end up in the Grand Canyon? The answers to these questions remain a mystery, but the story of Kincaid and Jordan's discovery continues to captivate and intrigue people around the world. Kincaid and Jordan found grand plazas and waterways that were still in good condition, bringing water from unknown springs into the city. The biggest link to ancient Egypt was the series of hieroglyphs covering the walls and other artifacts throughout the underground city. The symbols baffled many scholars, bearing an undeniable resemblance to ancient Egyptian designs. This suggested that somehow, in a global cultural exchange that predated anything known to modern scholars, the influence of Egypt or Tibet had reached the Grand Canyon. The artifacts found by Kincaid and Jordan were unlike anything from the Native American tribes in the region. The pottery and sculptures showed unfamiliar animals and gods. Additionally, there were foreign-looking objects made of gold or silver, along with crystal orbs that seemed to emit bright lights from within. Kincaid and Jordan's expedition quickly made headlines. The idea of an ancient city buried deep under the Grand Canyon captured the public's imagination, sparking a frenzy of speculation, sometimes exaggerated. However, Kincaid and Jordan arranged for the artifacts and mummies to be carefully documented and transported to the Smithsonian Institution. If the discovery of mummies in a forgotten underground city was shocking, the events that followed were even more surprising. After an article detailing their expedition was published, there was a concerted effort to hide everything. It seemed like someone wanted to erase every piece of evidence of Kincaid and Jordan's work. The Smithsonian's strong denial of Kincaid's expedition has always seemed suspicious to many observers, adding more intrigue to the story. The absence of records or any documentation is too clean to be accidental. The denial of Kincaid's work has had the opposite effect of what the Smithsonian might have hoped, making investigators more determined to keep the story alive. Why would an esteemed institution like the Smithsonian try to bury a story like this? Some investigators claim that the Smithsonian is heavily invested in protecting established historical narratives. Acknowledging Kincaid's findings would risk rewriting history and challenging long-held beliefs about pre-Columbian civilizations in North America. If the Smithsonian admitted to this discovery, the credibility of many academic and historical institutions would be questioned. It would require a reassessment of established archaeological methods and historical narratives passed down through generations. Additionally, this alleged secrecy might have been an attempt to protect the cultural heritage of Native American tribes. The Grand Canyon holds deep spiritual and cultural significance for Native American people, with many undiscovered secrets. Would acknowledging Kincaid's findings lead to looting, vandalism, and exploitation of these sacred sites? Would invaluable cultural artifacts be lost if it were made public that treasures lie beneath the Grand Canyon? There is also another angle to the Smithsonian's denial. Some believe that admitting to such a discovery could lead to chaos and confusion in the academic world, causing institutions to rethink their approach to history and archaeology. This potential upheaval might have driven the decision to keep the discovery a secret. In any case, the mystery surrounding the Grand Canyon's hidden city and the artifacts continues to fascinate and perplex people, keeping the story alive and sparking ongoing debate and investigation. The Smithsonian found itself in a difficult position, caught between academia, government institutions, and the truth-seeking public. As a guardian of knowledge, the Smithsonian must also maintain public trust. After initially denying the discovery, admitting it later would have exposed the institution to scrutiny and criticism, potentially eroding public trust in both the Smithsonian and the broader scientific community. Thus, doubling down on the denial seemed like the only viable option. This isn't the first or last time the Smithsonian has been accused of hoarding knowledge. There's a theory that the Smithsonian has tried to suppress evidence of contact between the Old and New Worlds before Columbus. Some scholars argue that artifacts exist, proving early European settlers or other explorers reached the Americas long before Columbus. However, it's alleged that the Smithsonian is hiding this evidence to maintain the narrative that Columbus discovered the New World. Supporters of this theory point to findings like Roman coins and Viking-inspired objects in North America, which predate Columbus. There are also claims that the Smithsonian has destroyed artifacts, showing that ancient civilizations had advanced technologies beyond what mainstream archaeology acknowledges. One popular example is the Antikythera mechanism, which doesn't fit into the accepted technological timeline of humanity. Additionally, the Smithsonian has been accused of hiding evidence of alien life and technology. Some researchers believe the institution possesses spacecraft parts, biological remains, and other materials of extraterrestrial origin, but keeps them hidden while scientists study them. This theory suggests the Smithsonian is part of a larger government effort to keep the public unaware of UFOs and alien encounters. Despite these alleged cover-ups, is it possible to uncover the truth about what lies buried under the Grand Canyon? Between 1909 and today, technology has advanced significantly, opening up new possibilities for exploration. However, the framework for exploring such heritage landscapes is now controlled by the government to preserve the Grand Canyon's natural beauty and archaeological integrity. The National Park Service governs the area, marking many parts as off-limits to the public. These restricted zones include areas sacred to Native Americans, zones with sensitive ecological habitats, and geologically fragile regions. The goal is to limit human impact on the Grand Canyon and ensure this natural wonder is preserved for future generations. Any researcher or adventurer wanting to access these areas must go through a lengthy application process and convince authorities that their activities will align with conservation goals. From high above in space, satellites provide detailed bird's-eye views of large areas. This allows scientists to gather mapping data, conduct geological surveys, and uncover previously unknown features. High-resolution images help detect changes in terrain, vegetation patterns, and potential archaeological sites that are difficult to spot from the ground due to restrictions. These non-invasive methods allow scientists to investigate beneath the surface without disturbing it. They can reveal anomalies in soil and vegetation, which may indicate archaeological sites, ancient riverbeds, or other interesting geological formations nearby. Will there ever be another expedition like the one led by Kincaid and Jordan in the Grand Canyon? It's certain that there's no shortage of passionate independent researchers eager to continue the work they started. Meanwhile, there are intriguing tales of visitors to the Grand Canyon returning items they took, believing them to be cursed. Park rangers regularly receive letters and returned items from visitors who report a string of bad luck or ill health they attribute to items they removed during their visit. One well-known case involved a visitor who took home a piece of rock and immediately faced health problems and personal setbacks. They returned the rock with a letter asking for forgiveness from the canyon, hoping to restore balance to their life. Another story is of a hiker who took sand from a riverbed and soon experienced unexplained accidents and financial troubles. They returned the sand to the Grand Canyon, hoping for a return to normalcy. Similarly, a family faced misfortune after taking colorful stones as mementos, believing the stones to be cursed. They returned the stones with an apology letter. Visitors have also taken twigs, leaves, and pine cones, later regretting their actions due to the ensuing misfortunes. In response to these experiences, Grand Canyon authorities urge visitors to respect natural and cultural resources by leaving the park as they found it. In a secluded part of the Grand Canyon, a mysterious being known as Kachina is said to dwell. This deity, revered by the Hopi people as the guardian of the earth, is believed to possess a profound connection to the land and its inhabitants. However, Kachina is not always benevolent. Stories abound of its penchant for tormenting visitors who dare to approach its private domain. According to local lore, Kachina has the ability to summon storms, control the wind, and even make the ground tremble. Those who claim to have encountered this enigmatic deity report feeling overwhelming awe and fear in its presence. Kachina is not the only otherworldly entity said to inhabit the Grand Canyon. There are also tales of mischievous creatures known as pukwudgies, who delight in playing pranks on visitors and causing them to feel unsettled. Travelers have reported hearing strange noises at night, glimpsing vague figures in the moonlight, and experiencing a chilling atmosphere, all attributed to these Grand Canyon pukwudgies. One particular location notorious for such extraordinary activities is the Sipapu. Many Native American tribes regard this spot as a gateway to the afterlife due to its unique characteristics. According to Native beliefs, the Sipapu is where spirits cross from the spirit world into the physical realm. Adding to the intrigue, a strange formation resembling a doorway was spotted in the Grand Canyon using Google Earth, sparking a frenzy on the internet. This fascinating feature, located roughly 250 miles from Las Vegas, has led to numerous attempts to explain its existence. Some have even claimed that this doorway is evidence of extraterrestrial visits to Earth. Supporters of this theory argue that the structure appears too sophisticated to have formed naturally, suggesting it may be a relic from a time when beings from outside our world freely visited our planet, influencing its development. The strange doorway has also been linked to the ancient Egyptians and their pyramids. The claim is that this structure could have been built by the same engineers who constructed the Great Pyramids, providing yet another ancient link between Egypt of millennia ago and the Grand Canyon. This is due to its eerie resemblance in building style to the more famous ancient monuments found in North Africa. The exact purpose of this doorway in such a remote location remains the subject of ongoing debate. Proposed ideas include the possibility that the door serves as an entrance to hidden chambers or vast treasures, possibly in other dimensions. Some even theorize that it could be a one-way door, allowing entrance but not exit from our planet, a notion that continues to suggest the involvement of extraterrestrial forces. These tales of Kachina, pukwudgies, the Sipapu, and the mysterious doorway add layers of mystique to the already awe-inspiring Grand Canyon. The natural beauty of the canyon, coupled with these ancient mysteries and supernatural beliefs, continues to captivate imaginations and inspire curiosity. Whether these stories are grounded in reality or merely folklore, they contribute to the rich tapestry of myths and legends that surround this iconic natural wonder. Critics often question why aliens haven't made more frequent appearances or initiated contact with humanity if the mysterious doorway in the Grand Canyon truly leads to another world. Supporters of the extraterrestrial theory propose several explanations for this apparent absence. One theory suggests that aliens may be preoccupied with their own crises, such as sourcing energy or dealing with overpopulation issues. These concerns could leave them with little time for exploring distant planets like Earth. Another perspective posits that aliens might find humanity uninteresting or less advanced technologically, thus lacking appeal as a destination for contact or collaboration. According to this view, aliens may deliberately avoid Earth in favor of pursuing more engaging or profitable missions elsewhere in the universe. Moving from aliens to other enigmatic creatures, the Grand Canyon is also associated with sightings of the elusive Bigfoot. Visitors to this geological marvel have reported encounters with a humanoid creature lurking in its dense forests and remote areas. Reports of such encounters date back to 1903, when witnesses described seeing a creature with long white hair, an unkempt beard, and frighteningly long fingers resembling talons. This creature, named the Mogollon Monster after the place it was first seen, on the Mogollon Rim in the Colorado Plateau, has become a part of local lore. Physical descriptions of the Mogollon Monster include its 22-inch footprints, a whistling sound it produces, and a repugnant odor reminiscent of dead fish or skunk. People who have encountered the creature have warned that it can be violent and territorial, having been observed decapitating deer and other wildlife before consuming them. Whether these accounts are rooted in reality or folklore, they add an element of intrigue to the already breathtaking landscape of the Grand Canyon. Whether it's stories of ancient gods, mischievous creatures, or elusive beings like Bigfoot, the canyon captures the imagination and invites speculation about the unknown. These tales contribute to the rich tapestry of myths and legends associated with this iconic natural wonder, reminding us that even in the modern age, mysteries still abound in the heart of the American Southwest. What are your views on this? Do let us know in the comment section below. And for more such amazing videos, do subscribe to our channel.